Hey, what's up, Jen? Um, just gonna whip through these exercises. um, I'm sure that you know most of them, but I just want to go through a couple of them, make sure. Uh, and I'm gonna do this really fast because I don't know if my phone's gonna last as long. So the first one, the warm up, the pull up progression. Um, we want to look at this more like practice. So it's the only exercise that doesn't look like the other ones where we're taking the set to momentary muscular failure. With the pull-ups, it's just practice. So you can use the band like I have here. But what I want you to do first for the warm-up, pick whichever grip you like. Underhand grip is probably a little bit easier than the overhand, but you can do whichever you're comfortable with. And what we're going to do is, the first thing is to, we're going to hang, and then you're going to activate everything like you're going to do a pull-up and kind of do a static hold for a second. So set in, and then you retract your scapula like you're about to do a pull-up, and you can even start the motion and then just stop. And then next one, we're gonna jump up and do a flex arm hang. So you want to switch your grip, you're gonna jump up and hold here, and then slowly come down. Now, what you want to do for tracking is, after you do that first one, you're going to give yourself a second, jump back up, and then you're going to see how long or slow you can do the negative. Those negatives will help build up your pull-up. You can also jump up and do a few negatives, or you can stand on a chair and you can use your feet to help you, and then you use your feet more and more as you go through the reps. That's actually a good way to do it too. That's what we call an assisted pull-up. And then once you get to a point where you can almost do one, you can use the band, and that will help you with those pull-ups too. Once you can do a full dead hang pull-up with a band, then you can start to do body weight. You can start to try with the body weight ones, but you're just practicing. Don't go anywhere near failure. It starts to get really hard on the negative, let's let it go. We're not trying to get tired in this. We're not trying to burn the muscle out. You want to get a little bit of work to it, but your goal is to actually perform a pull-up by yourself, unassisted one. So we're going to practice the skill of the pull-up as much as possible. Let me just look through these other exercises to see which ones. Calf and tib raises, I believe I showed you that one before. Slow sit-up plank, I'm assuming you know those ones. With the push-up, try to go from an elevated surface, and we're actually trying to go slow up, slow down. You might not be able to do slow ups yet, so feel free to go quickly up, and then, but always a nice controlled negative. And then up. Try to do it from an elevated surface like a stair or step or something. That way you can get more time under load. Pick the same elevated surface and keep recording your time down until you hit 2 minutes. And this is the same for all these exercises, all of the ones where you're moving. Once it hits 2 minutes, stop and add weight. So then you would do a lesser, like a lower surface. Bent over row, I don't know if you know what these ones are, but we're picking up dumbbells. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. Picking up dumbbells, bending over, but having a little bit of bend to our legs, and then rowing up this way. You can do all the way over like this too. I just like a little bit of a bent over row. It hits more of your mid-back as well. Lateral raises. Okay, I think you did this before. You can do isometrically with the strap. any of the isometrics, I'm sure I went over this before, but 90 seconds, do 30 seconds just to kind of establish what muscles you're using, kind of. And then your next 30 seconds is going to be like an 8 out of 10. So you're putting a good amount of stress on the muscles and it should be hard. In the last 30 seconds, you're going to go from 80 to 100. So at the very last of it, you should be going all out. Body weight neck circuit I'll do at the end. Goblet squat, isometric deadlift, I'm sure we did that before. You just stand on the strap, wrap the strap, and do like you're doing a deadlift. Stiff-legged deadlift is you're going to lock your legs out, like lock your knees with the weights, and then you're going down. So all that pressure is on. You should feel it really in your hamstrings and maybe your calves too, like you're doing a hamstring stretch, but really, really good for the back of your legs. Row shoulder press, obviously we know what that is. Shrugs, because you have heavier dumbbells, you can get into more exercises here. Shrugs, just hold the weight in your hands and then lift your shoulders up and back. So up and back, up and back. Really good for the back of your neck and those your trap muscles that come down. That is connected with your neck, so good for your neck strength. I'll show the neck stuff at the end here. Forearms, I think I went through this. Flexion would be this way, which I would let roll down to the fingers and then come up. Roll down to the fingers and up. I would do this off of your knee, sitting. Day 2 is extension, which is this way. Much harder. You want to keep your hand straight. Don't let your hand go like this. So hand nice and straight. Probably have to use a pretty light one for that. For grip, I have the gripper here. They're not that expensive, but you don't need one. Just get anything, even a tennis ball, and squeeze. Okay, and just keep doing it nice and slow until you can't anymore and then stop. Just like you would for everything else. On day 2, floor press is laying on your back. Think of like you're doing a bridge. So your hips come up like you're doing like a bridge. And so your hips are up off the ground. And then you just press the weights like a chest press, but off of the floor with your hips elevated. Good jiu-jitsu exercise because it mimics pushing somebody off in mount. And that's another one that you're going to track. You can track everything, but all I want tracked are all the metrics I need are those certain exercises. The other ones you don't need to track if you don't want to, but you can, and it'll show your progression, and it's always kind of a good habit to do. What else we got? I think that's it. If there's more questions, let me know. I do want to go through the isometric wall sit and the neck circuit, because I don't know how much I went through with the neck circuit before. So basically, the neck circuit is you're going to lie on your back, and you're going to lie on your back, head up off of the mat, okay? Feet nice and close to your ass, just like if you're doing a bridge, okay? And then you're going to do 30 seconds, left ear to left shoulder. So your head is hovering off of the ground. You're going left ear to left shoulder for 30 seconds. Then 30 seconds the other way. Then 30 seconds nodding your head, chin to chest. 30 seconds turning your head from the center to the left. And then 30 seconds this way. Okay? Now once you're done those 5, the next 30 seconds you're going to dig the back of your head into the mat. Okay? Then you're going to get up, turn over, dig the front of your head into the mat. And then 30 seconds pushing laterally, 30 seconds laterally. I think I went through some of that last time, but not the body weight stuff. So you're getting in some movement, but then also some isometrics. And then again, that's just once a week. So you do the neck once a week, and then you do the traps, the other one with the shrugs. be isometric wall sit. Let me just grab my thing. Is you're going to take the strap, you're going to wrap it around this way and cross it, and then you're going to sit. Let me do this. You're going to sit and put the straps through your feet like this. Boom. On the other side. Boom. Okay, so the strap looks like this. Okay, and then when you get up against the wall, you'll see that you're squatting up against, literally, you're pulling your own body weight off the floor. So you do that up against the wall. Let me see if I can do this over here. So, gone through, put the strap. This is Heather's favorite. Here and here. And then you're just going to do a wall sit. Up against the wall. And you're pushing up. And you're doing a squat. It's really, really tough. Activates almost all of your leg, but especially your quads. So we'll start with that. There is more exercises, I think, than last time by a couple, but I think you can handle the volume. So just like everything, one set. So you do your pull-up warm-up. You don't really have to do anything specific. Just do some negatives and try to hold on. I would say, or sorry, you do need to do at least one time negative, and then do a couple more practices after. And again, you can stand on a chair and do the pull-up with your legs assisting you, just so you can understand the motion of it. Do a couple of those. Just take a couple minutes to do it, and then move on to the exercises. You're still probably looking at about 45 minutes. I wouldn't say that you would be too much beyond that. And yeah, and then the next, every other exercise is that just the same as last time. Nice slow cadence and to momentary muscular failure, and then stop, move on. If you want to track all of the exercises, it will show you progression in all of them, but it's not a necessity. I just want you to track a couple of them, just so that I can see that your strength overall, like in some important movements, isn't going down if you're losing weight. You'll see with the diet, there's a little bit more food. I think that what I want to do for you is find that maintenance amount and then just go slightly below that, because you don't have this, you're not in a big rush to lose a bunch of weight, and you've already lost a bunch from last time and you've kept most of it off, which is amazing. So I don't want to go into a big, huge deficit right away, and then where you're just like starving and pissed off and whatever. It's just, it's not super sustainable, and I don't think it's the best for your body. So you can just go down in slow increments. We can shave, calories little by little, and make sure that you're eating an amount that you like to eat, that it's sustainable for you, right? And then we can slowly chip away at it. Which the adding muscle, which this will do, if you're getting a couple of these in a week, you're getting a lot of muscle stimulation. Plus, you're doing the yoga, and plus you're doing jiu-jitsu, which also helps with that too. So, anyways, that's the exercise. If you have any questions, like always, just reach out. I'm happy to do another shorter video that's specific to a certain exercise, but you just, yeah, anyways, let me know if you have questions, all right? Good luck.